Hello, hello. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Seems like we had some technical difficulties to start, but I'm back. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. It is time for the weekly news catch-up, which means that we're going to be running through all of the significant news happening on the Flare network. And yeah, we're going to jump straight in. And I want to start by actually showing you this chart from XRP. So this is XRP to US dollar. As you can see, it's been on an absolute tear recently, going from 50 cents all the way up to even beyond 8% in recent hours. So pretty crazy stuff. And, you know, a lot of people, especially that are holding FLR, they sometimes get a little bit envious of other projects that they may see doing well, right? So I just want you to know that you should really not try to chase the green candles, because our time will come. There's no doubt about that. It's very unlikely that the full market will rise and FLR will be left out. But in the same breath, it's also important to diversify. So I wanted to start with this video, actually. It's pretty funny, from Dune 1955. I'm going to put this on full screen here and let it play, and yeah, I'm sure you're going to like it.
I believe in my bags. They made me my fortune, not that I would ever sell.
You've done well for yourself.
Yes, but no matter what, I believe Bitcoin lacks smart contract capabilities. Alts offer yields, liquid staking, and my tokens. They're just sitting there. I need your help, Flare.
Why come to me first? Why not try wrapped Bitcoin?
I considered it, but wrapped Bitcoin comes with custodial risk, and it's centralized. My bags need a more distributed solution. However, I don't see native implementation. Is a little yield so much to ask for?
So you're seeking true interoperability of Bitcoin without sacrificing security?
Exactly. FAssets offer premium security with over-collateralization and native oracles. You're the best path to providing the utility my Bitcoin needs.
I appreciate your confidence. Let's work together to make your digital gold work for you.
Because together,
we make crypto useful.
Thank you, Flare. This means everything to me and my bags.
Excellent. Be sure to spread the word to your DOGE and XRP friends. Flare is bringing a new golden age to crypto, and everyone is on the whitelist. Even that piece of shit Gary Gensler.
God, I thought that was hilarious. We might get a copyright strike, but it is what it is. If you want to watch that yourself, you can find it here. Spin tax number 2. Sorry, let me pause that a sec. Yeah, great video. I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially the ending. We're going to jump into how we normally start, and that is by looking at the Flare FTSO monitor, the Flare Time Series Oracle monitor, and see who's been performing the best this epoch, or the previous epoch. So topping the charts, we have EDP FTSO, a familiar face. In second place, we have Light FTSO. Third place, Atlas TSO. Fourth place, it's nice to see the grungies. Fifth place, we have Evolve FTSO. So congratulations to all the infrastructure providers, or data providers that have made it into the top 5 this week. Moving on to NFT statistics here on xHaven. Topping the chart for the week is the Focus Pass. In second place, it's Block Bonez. In third place, we have Luxury Lofts. Fourth place, Metalheads. And in fifth place, the Block Bonez Traits. Moving on to True Gems. First place, we have the True Gems Genesis Collection. Second place, we have Dan Rocky on Flare. In third place, we have Flareware. Fourth place, Way to FAssets. And in fifth place, Dan Rocky on Flare again. Yes, this is some quite big news that came out just maybe 5 hours ago, a bit less than 5 hours ago. The data must flow. Flare Foundation proposes updates to enhance the FTSO reward system, ensuring sustainability and fairness for all data providers. So we're going to have a quick read of this, just the brief description here. But if you do want to check it out, you can find it on proposals.flare.network if you want to read it in its entirety. So the proposal is to optimize rewarding structure and adjust protocol parameters. This proposal intends to gradually implement certain changes in the reward logic of Flare's enshrined protocols as a reaction to the network's changing dynamics, which will bring improvements to the current rewarding system. The goal of these changes is to, first, ensure participation in the network protocols is sustainable for all honestly behaving data providers. Secondly, to establish a fairer reward structure that compensates a broader set of data providers. And third, to align protocol functionality with network development and changing market conditions. So I guess in a nutshell, it's supposed to be fairer and also reward more of the signal providers. So we did have this problem before, and a previous proposal was actually used to increase the reward band for signal providers. So if you didn't already know, the FTSO takes a lot of different prices from data providers and creates some sort of average. And if your data provider is providing data within a certain range of that price, the price that the Oracle outputs, then you get rewarded. Previously, there was an expansion of this reward band to be more inclusive and to ensure that even those that are providing data that may not be as close to the Oracle output, they still have some sort of sustainability because, of course, running this infrastructure does incur some costs. So that's what this is about in a nutshell. Of course, this is quite a in-depth proposal. So if you do want to give it a read in its entirety, as I said, you can find it at proposals.flare.network. Moving on here, this is something that I do want to mention. This is from Hugo. He's saying that he's seeing a lot of messages about the bull run and people saying release FAssets now. Firstly, Hugo says that we cannot release FAssets until the Flare Time Series Oracle has a reliable price for USDX. We are waiting for USDX to be listed, and this is up to the issuer of USDX, and it is out of the Flare team's hands. So USDX is an asset that's been issued by Hex Trust, and they're very reputable in the space, but the Flare team don't have any say on when this gets listed. It's out of their control. The second point which Hugo mentions, which I believe is even more so important, if you really believe in blockchain, then this bull run hasn't even scratched the surface, and we have a long way to go. Being panicky about what happens over a 2-week time frame is a sign that you don't really believe in the future of crypto. As a CEO of Flare Labs and chairman of the Flare Foundation, I can't be panicky. I must lead the team to build methodically for the future that is coming. And, you know, I'll go back to a post here where I quoted this, and for me, it's all about expanding your time horizon. The untapped potential for this technology, blockchain technology, and particularly Flare's technology with high integrity data, will bring the technology that will bring this. Whoa! Let me start again. Pull that back. Expand your time horizon. The untapped potential this technology will bring to the world is vast and will take years, if not decades, to be fully realized. So, of course, since the days of Bitcoin coming out over a decade ago, we've seen multiple cycles, and regardless of if FAssets comes out while this bull run goes on, before it, after it, it doesn't matter. You need to have a really long-term time horizon because this technology is just getting started. We're starting to see the integration with many fundamental industries within the world, but I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of things that we don't even know, we can't even fathom yet. And the FTSO and the FDA, the Flare Data Connector, the FDC, is going to bring about a whole new host of apps and use cases. So I think we're in the right place at the right time. Flare is the only network with an enshrined oracle. And for me, that's something to be excited about, not just for the next couple of weeks, but for the coming years ahead. If you didn't already know, FAssets now supports DOGE. Of course, FAssets, meaning the open beta test, which is on the Coston test network. Highly recommend you check that out if you haven't already, and sort of go through the process, help them test, and get familiar with the application before it goes live on Songbird once USDX gets listed on an exchange. Those who participate will be eligible for retroactive airdrop rewards. Yes, if you are participating, you have potentially the ability to receive some FLR as compensation for your time and a thank you for testing the protocol. So be sure to check it out. This was breaking news earlier in the week. Of course, if you was here on the channel, we did stream the live X space. And this was, I believe I was the first to break this news from CoinDesk, other than CoinDesk themselves. I even managed to get in before the Flare team and Hugo. But this is a layer 1 network, the Flare network, and Red Date technology set to trial stablecoin buying for Chinese nationals in Hong Kong. This is really opening up a whole new market for Flare. And this is what Hugo was relating to back on November the 7th when he said, "On my way to Hong Kong for something quite exciting." If you didn't already know, this is HKDA, I believe it's the Hong Kong dollar stablecoin, again, issued by Red Tape. So exciting things. This is just a trial. And I'm surprised that it's not actually being trialed on Songbird, which is what Songbird was designed to do. But nevertheless, in fact, I will actually mention this about trials and people building on Songbird opposed to the Flare network. I see a lot of people getting frustrated about entities that skip Songbird. And I understand your frustration. And in an ideal scenario, people would go through this workflow of going from Coston to Songbird and then to Flare. But the truth is that the Songbird network is a decentralized network and the Flare network is a decentralized network, which means that nothing can be enforced. Anyone can deploy any application on whichever network they desire. So it can't be enforced, just like someone halting your transaction cannot be enforced on the network level. We sort of went over this. Yes, Flare and Red Date introduced new decentralized KYC solution in Hong Kong. KYC meaning know your customer. Again, this is a really big news as far as I'm concerned. And if you want to read this full article here, or even listen to the X stream, you can find that on the channel. I did actually read through this article prior to the X space. Again, that's on YouTube. You can just search for the live streams on the Flare Community YouTube channel. News from Kinetic Markets moving into DeFi after a strict security analysis and implementations made to increase the stability of the protocol. Borrows have now been re-enabled on Kinetic. I believe they reduced the collateral threshold, which is obviously good to see. Shame that it did happen, and there is the argument that maybe this could have been deployed on the Songbird network first. But then again, the same thing would have happened. But it is what it is, and it looks like there is a resolution to the problem that they had, which was basically an overlap between the collateral borrowed and being liquidated as well. So they did talk about that in a stream, I guess X space last week maybe. So you can check that out if you want more information. Also from Scepter, I guess associated with Kinetic, and part of the growing DeFi ecosystem on the next Flare Factor, which is a series where they bring in builders on the space. They're going to bring going back to where it all began, which is from Gnosis. Gnosis is the pioneer DEX on the Flare network, and we can't wait to have Fanassimos representing it on our show next Tuesday. So I'll be tuning into this, and yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Some news from Focus. Work and development on True Gems continues. Further updates and new features are on the way. The new surprise product is almost finished, 95%. So it looks like they have some things on the horizon. This was posted on November the 13th, so yesterday. Maybe there's something around the corner. I'll be keeping my eye on this, and of course, I will be letting you know as and when I do hear something. Block Bones, there's a new special trait that has just gone live as an auction. The bids are in FLR, pretty cheap right now. The auction ends in 3 days and 1 hour, 43 minutes and 15 seconds. This is what it's called. It's called the Hercules Lionhide. And this, of course, is a special trait, which means that you get a lot of different benefits. It's one of the few animated NFTs. It is one of one. It is giving maximum reward rates. Of course, that does apply to the multiplier. And you also get a share of future auctions that are in BNZ, the Bones coin, and also a share of royalties until the end of 2025. A new game that has just launched, connected with the Flare network. This is Johnny Lambo. I believe it's created by a member of the Focus team. I've had a little go on this. It is pretty fun. If you want to check it out yourself, you can go on to @JLamboFLR and give it a go. It's basically, I guess it's Rambo in this car, and you're shooting and dodging the tanks and shooting all kinds of people and all that good stuff. Pretty interesting because they are offering rewards as well, I believe. I don't think it's a pay-to-play, which is also good. But you can add your FLR wallet as well. And yeah, have some fun. This is what the website looks like. You just got to click on play game. I think you have to have a Telegram account to get it all started. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. Also, big shout out to Doc Bob D, who I believe is watching right now. Pixel Plant NFTs. Tomorrow is the day. Fleet Wars whitelist NFTs will go live. And if he gets 100 likes and retweets, he's going to give away one free whitelist NFT to someone who comments on this post. A bit short there. I've given it a retweet. If you want to participate, @PixelPlantsSGB is the website. And welcome to the home of the first NFT space-themed game on Songbird Network. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. Right, that's pretty much the news. I just want to wrap up here about talking about my thoughts on the Flare network. I dropped this post earlier today, and I'll probably just read it verbatim for you as a bit of a closer. Let's talk about the Flare network and its bright future. As many in the community already know, I'm genuinely excited about the incredible potential of the Flare network and what it brings to the table for blockchain technology. As the blockchain for data, Flare is pioneering a new way to harness reliable and decentralized data, and I believe that this is just the beginning of something special. We've got the Flare Time Series Oracle, also known as the FTSO. One of the standout features that makes Flare so special is the FTSO. This enshrined Oracle system is unlike anything else out there. It provides highly accurate, trustless data at a remarkably low cost. It's also very fast. For developers like me, this opens up an endless amount of opportunities to build innovative applications without sacrificing security or decentralization. It's the kind of tool that makes you rethink what is possible with decentralized data. A little bit of a nugget here. You can expect to see something interesting or some interesting utilization of the FTSO in my upcoming project, Digital Dynamics. The second thing that really excites me about the Flare network is the Flare Data Connector, also known as the FDC. Then there's the Flare Data Connector, which takes things a step further by reaching consensus of events happening on external blockchains and even off-chain. This level of interoperability and data consensus is a game changer and positions Flare as a true leader in decentralized data solutions. Genuinely optimistic about the future of Flare networks. The foundations have been built and I can't wait to see how it evolves and empowers both new and existing applications to reach new heights. For me guys, Flare is about pushing the boundaries and it all surrounds data. We know Flare is touted as the blockchain for data, and these are why. It's got the enshrined Oracle, the only enshrined Oracle in the space, and with that comes a host of benefits. Cheap data, fast data, high integrity data, and with that, there's a lot of use cases that people haven't even fathomed yet. Like I said, I'm going to be utilizing the FTSO in Digital Dynamics, and I guess you're just going to have to keep your eyes peeled for that in the near future. So that is pretty much the stream. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Dropping a like is essentially free and it really does help get the word out there. And that's pretty much it. So have a great weekend and thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, I'm out.